What's up guys, how are you doing today? I hope you're good and fine wherever you are watching this movies podcast from. You're all welcome to my Blockbuster TV, the home of all your movies with actions and movie review. So guys, for today's movies podcast, I'll be taking you to a contest between three powerful machines, three massive gigantic machines. This is a war of the machines. So these guys, the first person is Voltron, the defender of the universe. Then after which we have the Megazord of the Power Rangers, and finally we have Jaeger of the Pacific Rim. So I could have loved to add Transformer in this contest, but Transformer thinks on its own, it acts on its own, it has a mind of its own. But these three guys, they need people to operate them so that they can function. So that is why I excluded Transformer. So for this story, I'm going to talk about them, their brief history, everything about them, their strengths, their weaknesses, and finally we can compare and contrast and see who is the most powerful among them when they are paired against each other, when they have a battle, a contest of the machines. Let us see who is the most powerful. Then from the brief analysis and every comparative, we're going to have who being out the first person, second person, and third person in this content. So guys, that is what we have for today. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please try to hit the subscribe button and like this video as well. So guys, let me take this guys right with you and assure you you're gonna love it to the end. So come on, let's go. Okay guys, in this content we have a contest between three powerful machines, three gigantic machines. So the first one is Voltron, the defender of the universe. Then we have the Megazord of the Power Rangers, and thirdly we have Jaeger of the Pacific Rim. So in this content I will talk about them, their brief history, their strengths, their weaknesses, and finally we will compare who will be the winner, then who will be the second, and who will be the third. Voltron is considered as the beginning and originally the first combination giant robot formed by smaller robotic vehicles called the Lions, which are being controlled and piloted by a team of heroes. This iconic giant robot was designed to be the defender of the universe, meaning that it was designed to combat all kinds of evil forces that threaten the peace and freedom of the world, not only on planet Earth, but across the entire universe. So Voltron is considered as the ultimate weapon, and Chi alone is called upon in times of extreme crisis, often as the last resort when other good forces had failed. To understand how the Voltron operates, first we have to understand how the individual lions work, which combine together to form the Voltron. There are 5 robotic lions. We have the red, black, green, blue, and yellow, each operated by a member of the Voltron force. The black lion is the largest and it serves as the head and the chest of the Voltron. The red lion forms the right arm of the Voltron. The green lion forms the left arm of the Voltron. The blue lion forms the right leg of the Voltron, and finally the yellow lion forms the left leg of the Voltron. Once these 5 components have combined and connected successfully, then the pilot of the black lion initiates the Voltron to bring it online. Voltron possesses incredible strength, high agility, she carries a blazing sword, and other arsenals. So coming down to the strength and weaknesses of Voltron, let's start with the strength. Number 1, Voltron has high incredible power and durability. 2, she carries very powerful weapons such as the fire blazing sword, the energy blasters, the missile launchers, and laser shooters. 3, she has high incredible agility. 4, she has a very high level of speed and movement, and 5, she has flight ability. Now to the weaknesses of Voltron. The strength of Voltron is dependent on the teamwork of our pilots, of our lions. So meaning that if the team is not united or a team member is injured, Voltron will drop in strength and in everything. Then number 2, the combination process of Voltron takes time, thus leaving Voltron vulnerable during this combination stage. Then 3, finally, Voltron has high energy reserve, but it can drop over time during a prolonged battle, meaning that Voltron can only maintain a peak of performance, not for too long. So coming down to the number 2 from our list, we have the Megazord. The Megazord is another powerful giant robot, but she comes from the Power Rangers as their last resort weapon. The Megazord is formed by the combination of smaller robotic vehicles called the Zords, which are piloted by an individual member of the Power Rangers. The Megazord was designed to battle giant monsters that threaten the planet Earth, and she is formed when the Power Rangers Zords are outmatched. To understand the Megazord better, first we need to understand how she is formed by the combining Zords of the Power Rangers. There are 5 Power Rangers Zords that combines together to form the Megazord. We have the Red Ranger, the Black Ranger, the Blue Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, and the Pink Ranger. So the Red Ranger serves as the head and the body of the Megazord, acting as the core structure of the Megazord. Then the Black Ranger forms the arms and the back of the Megazord. The Blue Ranger forms the left leg of the Megazord. The Yellow Ranger forms the right leg of the Megazord. And finally, the Pink Ranger forms the chest plate and the wings of the Megazord. The Megazord primary weapon is a large double-edged sword called a power sword, but she also carries other weapons like missile launchers and energy blasters, and she has a very popular finishing move known as the Megazord Slash. So coming down to the strength and weaknesses of Megazord, the first is the strength. So the first strength of Megazord is she has a massive power and immense physical strength. Then number 2, she has high durability in combat. Number 3, she has flight ability. Number 4, she has a very powerful weapons like the power sword and other arsenals. Now down to the weaknesses of Megazord. The first is the Megazord is a bit slow in movement. 2, she has a very complex combination process which can take time and leave the Rangers vulnerable to attack at this stage. Then 3, the Megazord is designed to fight for a limited time, but often she runs out of power and energy, or maybe she will need time to be recharged before she can return back to combat. Then 4th, the Megazord is dependent on her Rangers, meaning that if any of the Rangers is damaged, the Megazord will not function at all, or at worst, she will not be able to be formed. And finally, to the last but not the least on our list, we have the Jaeger from the Pacific Rim. Jaeger is another massive giant robot that was designed to fight and defend the Earth from the attack of giant monsters called the Gaju. This Gaju they cross over to the Earth through a bridge deep in the Pacific Ocean. The Jaeger is piloted by 2 human operators. They are being connected to a neural link to the machine in order to control it. The Jaeger, unlike Voltron and Megazord, does not run out of energy reserve and does not require the combination processes because she is already a built giant robot. As Jaeger is a full completed giant robot, she only needs 2 controllers in order for her to function. This serves as an advantage but at the same time a disadvantage because unlike the Voltron and Megazord, they can dismantle themselves and fix their individual lions or Zords respectively, and then they'll return back stronger to a battle. Or they can also charge their individual selves, okay, and become more stronger. But Jaeger cannot dismantle herself into smaller units because she's a whole complete system. So this makes it difficult for her to fix herself and also takes a lot of time to repair when damaged. Jaeger possesses heavy armor and various weapons that makes it suitable for both hand-to-hand combats and ranged attacks as well. So coming down to the strength and weaknesses of Jaeger, we start with the strength. The first is she has massive physical power with immense force. 2, she has advanced weapons such as the plasma cannons, the missile launchers, chainsaws, and rocket blasters. 3, she has heavy durable armor to withstand intense damage. Fourth, she is designed to operate both on land and in oceans, meaning that she can fight even inside the ocean and also on land. And 5, she does not require the combination stage process that makes it so vulnerable for attack. Then coming to the weaknesses, the first one is she's so dependent on the 2 pilots. So if any of the pilots get injured or become unstable, the other pilot cannot operate Jaeger because 2 pilots must operate. 1 alone cannot operate Jaeger. That means she becomes useless. 2, Jaeger is slow in movement and lacks agility. And three, the EMP pulses can be used to disable Jaegar. Yeah, because once you use an EMP force on Jaegar, she becomes so vulnerable and destabilizes. And finally, fourth, she cannot dismantle herself to fix repair. That is a big disadvantage for her. So that is it for Jaegar. So after the brief history which I've given you about these three powerful giant robots and also their strengths and weaknesses which we have talked about, now let's come down to the comparative analysis on these three powerful giant robots to know who is the most powerful among the three of them. So let's go. First of all, let's remove the weakness of dependency on the robot operators, because the three of them, they require people to operate them before they can function, so they all have the same weakness. Let's take it out. Then coming to flight ability, Jaegar does not have flight ability unlike Voltron and Megazord. Despite she has the ability to operate even under the water, that will give her an advantage if the battleground was to be around a water body. But on a neutral ground, she stands no chance. Secondly, Jaegar does not have the ability to go flexible, meaning that she cannot dismantle herself and she cannot recombine herself. She's a whole complete system. So in a battle against someone like Voltron or Megazord, to me, that is a big disadvantage for her. Then thirdly, she is the slowest among the three of them. When compared them in terms of speed, Jaegar is the slowest. And finally, she is vulnerable to EMP, unlike Voltron and Megazord. So based on these reasons, I believe that in a battle between the three of them, the war of the machine, the first person to be taken out will be Jaegar of Pacific Rims. Now we are left with Voltron and Megazord. Based on their structures, their abilities, their combination processes and weapons, these two gigantic robots, they are almost the same in every way. But remember that Voltron was designed to keep peace and order across the entire universe, while Megazord was designed to protect planet Earth. So to me, Megazord is like a lesser Voltron. Now let's talk about their speed. In terms of speed, Voltron is faster than Megazord. Though they both have flight abilities and they both have almost the same kind of weapons and they both have high level of durability and incredible power and strength. But in terms of level of agility, Voltron comes on top. So based on these reasons, I strongly believe that Voltron will be victorious over the Megazord with a success rate of 60% to 40% respectively. Therefore, the number one in this contest will be Voltron. Then followed by the Megazord, which is number 2. Then thirdly, we have the Jaegar of the Pacific Rim. So guys, this is my own analysis. Thank you guys for spending your time with us. I'm so grateful that we have shared this precious time together with each other. And for today's content, I've talked about the strengths and weaknesses and everything you got to know about these three powerful guys: the Voltron, the Defender of the Universe, the Megazord of the Power Rangers, and also the Jaegar of the Pacific Rim. And finally, I've concluded in my own analysis and decision that the most powerful among them is Voltron, followed by Megazord, and finally Jaegar. So that is my own decision and my own analysis. So guys, you should also tell us about what you think about this and drop your own analysis and decision in the comment section, and we'll all talk about this together. So guys, thank you so much for this time. Okay, we are having this content together. So as you're watching this, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment, share this video, and of course support us and join our membership to get exclusive content. So guys, thank you so much again. See you in our next movie content next week. Take care of yourself. Bye.